was doing a client coaching session, and one of the patterns that came up from my client, and I think all my clients have this, and I know I've had this pattern, and it's basically a trauma pattern and anxiety pattern in relationships of women. So he was saying to me that women are interested in him, and he has been on dates or dated women, but there's a certain point where he pushes them away and then he regrets losing them. And I explained to him why this is happening, and we had a great breakthrough in the session, and I explained that I know this pattern because I had it, and I've had to work through it and continue to maintain not feeding this negative pattern, which does originate from being hurt. You know, some people say it's an abandonment pattern. It could be, but it's definitely a pattern of a fear of being hurt by a woman. So if you start getting too close, you find a way out. You might find a way to criticize a woman or an excuse, and then you end up regretting it. So you're protecting yourself from being hurt. You're rejecting yourself from relationships before a woman can do it, because you're so afraid of that happening, because it's probably happened to you in the past, or maybe it didn't happen in that exact way, but some kind of rejection, some interpretation that your mind's perceived you got rejected in childhood has created pain and bad anxiety and unconscious fear. So there's a threat. When you go into a relationship, there's a risk for everyone to be hurt, anyone, any man or woman. But if you want to be happy and you want to be more confident and move forward and heal, you have to stop feeding this pattern. So for example, my client was saying, I've heard this before from clients, you know, they start dating a woman that likes them, and the woman will say, oh, they're not communicating enough, or they're being cold, or they're not picking up the phone, or they seem very distant. And a lot of times it's not because guys want to be mean, it's because they're afraid of being hurt, they're afraid of the closeness, so they start stopping it. And then obviously if you keep doing that, obviously a woman's going to get fed up, she's going to get frustrated, and she's probably going to leave and find someone else that she can have a better relationship with. So it's something that you've got to work on long term. It's a very hard thing to fix, but you can do it. And I would say there's two ways that you do it, and I help my clients to do it this way. You've got to work on yourself first of all, and you do that on a practical level by facing your fears. And I've explained that in so many videos. It's very simple, it's not complicated, guys. Write a list down of all your fears, or at least 3 to 5. Face them. That gives you confidence and self-esteem. That confidence will give you a sense of purpose, and if you can actually find your purpose in life, and I've done other videos explaining that, you will go into relationships with women feeling more secure. And I believe you'll have more stamina, more mental and emotional strength and toughness, more maturity, more self-confidence, more self-control to not end relationships with women prematurely out of fear of them ending them with you and hurting you. So, and also you've got to watch the patterns. You've got to be aware of the pattern. So I was helping my client a few days ago to be aware of his pattern. Some of the tendencies, like not texting back when you want to text, or not picking up the phone, or being defensive, or closing down in your communications, or not stopping the attention that you were given her at the start that made her like you and attracted to you and build trust. So being aware of it, those behaviors that are sabotaging, they're basically a sabotaging behavior. It's a defense mechanism, and you guys probably know that deep down. So don't be hard on yourself, but do be aware of it. And it's all about learning. We live and learn. We don't usually learn through success. We learn by pain and failure. So if you've made these mistakes right now and you're watching this video, don't beat yourself up. Learn from them. Don't make them in the next relationship. That's all you can do in life. That's all you can do, is learn from the last relationship and be better in the next one. And hopefully that will work out for you. And this is the advice I'm doing myself in my own life, in my own personal life, and it's working great, and it feels great. So I'll do more videos on it. I've got to keep this brief today because I've got a coaching session to go to now. I'm in a rush. I will talk about this more, but I've given you mainly the gist of it, all right? Like, share, subscribe, and as always, if you want to get confidence coaching in the areas of relationships, dating, social anxiety, starting a business, financial, confidence all round, my email address is below. Send me an email, I'll get back to you, and we'll schedule a Zoom call, and we'll see if you're right for my coaching. I'm the right person to mentor you, all right? Fearless.